It has been a very terrible experience for everyone, every well-meaning Nigerian youth. These past few days hasn't been funny for everyone. It has been a period of agony and pain, and which actually left everyone wondering if our own country, Nigeria, can ever be good. Actually, a friend of mine lost his brother. It was really a very painful experience for him and for me, even, and for every other family that have lost a loved one in this whole struggle. So my heart goes out to everyone. It has really been a very terrible week and experience for everyone. So I know everyone feels defeated, including me, somehow. Since the 2 decades plus, almost 3 decades I've lived on Earth, this is actually the only time I've seen Nigerian youths come together to fight for a cause. So it makes me start thinking that yeah, there is hope for a better tomorrow. But with the aftermath of the entire End SARS protest and how it all ended, it makes it really wonder that how else are we going to go about taking what rightfully belongs to us? We are simply just, asking for a better governance, asking for what rightfully belongs to us. We wanted a better life. Everyone wants that. And it's nothing treasonable about saying the truth about the state of the country. We don't have lights. Honestly, I feel very excited. There's light in the office today, but regularly there's no light. There's nothing treasonable or there's nothing bad in saying that there is no good road, because there isn't. Like, there is nothing wrong in saying how bad the country is, because it is in a very deplorable state, and if we say we're not going to die, but then we took to the street to make our grievances known to the government, and it ended up with a lot of people losing their lives. While as we are still figuring out how best to fight for what belongs to us, tomorrow is Monday. I want to leave this with anyone that cares to watch. I want to let you know that whilst we are still fighting for a better tomorrow, where we are still wanting the government to take us seriously, it's obvious that they are not serious about, making this country better in any way. They say that, but we haven't seen any action whatsoever. While as that's still ongoing, I want to leave this with you guys that tomorrow is Monday, and this is not to motivate you, but this is just to tell you the honest truth about how I feel and how I think. I think that it's high time that you become really independent of both the government or both anybody. It just makes sense that you take your future into your hands. Because if you think about it, what are we going to do? I think protesting was that's more like the first thing to do. The legal way of making your grievances known is to take to the street and protest. But that didn't end well. So what options do we have? Sitting down here, I can't really figure out exactly what's the next thing to do to ensure that we'll get what rightfully belongs to us. But what I know for sure that we can do tomorrow, or you as an individual can do tomorrow, is without taking your future into your hand. I call it surviving without the government. I usually say that in Nigeria is actually the only place that people are 100% independent. You have your own electricity, there's no light, you buy a generator and you fuel it, you have electricity. Everybody have pipe-borne water in their houses, they dig their own boreholes and they have water. You have your own sewage system, you have your own gas, you have everything for yourself. Literally, the government supports you in no way. Like, I'm one of those people that haven't received any support from the government. Yeah, I went to a private school. When I got to secondary school, we started paying school fees. Before, it used to be free. So I necessarily haven't gotten any support from the government all my life. But I believe that we can start surviving without the government. That's not to say that we should stop fighting for what rightfully belongs to us. But I'm saying, like, in the meantime, we should start taking our future into our hands completely. Don't depend on the government for anything. If in the way they don't give it to you, this is more like finding a way to survive. I know that if I say this, The question I'll get is what happens to the people that are deeply challenged, the people that are less privileged, that they don't even that kind of coming from a seriously disadvantaged position. They find it really difficult to survive even. I know that's the question I'll get. What happens to those people? But in the end, we keep asking questions. Nigerian youths are no longer lazy. We've gone to the street to do something about our situation, but look at how it ended. I know one of the biggest issues that we have in our country is hunger. A lot of people are living below the poverty line. They find it difficult to even have 3 square meals in a day. Our government even find it difficult to give us the palliatives that were supposed to be shared in the COVID-19 period. We are just discovering them now like a bounty, and you see millions of Nigerians trooping to the warehouses to go and collect a carton of rice, carton of instant noodles and all of that. Even a lot of them lose their lives because of stampede and all of that. How long is the 2 cartons of instant noodles gonna last? It's gonna finish anytime soon, right? Even a lot of people that graduated from universities, they don't have any job. They can't even feed themselves. They can't even change their clothes. It's a very serious disadvantage. So I'm speaking to these people that can actually do something for themselves. I feel that you should take all your future in your hands. I know you asked me that, have you not been taking your future into your hands? But I'm saying that this is a new realization, right? I'm also saying that it doesn't necessarily have to be like this, but this is the situation we found ourselves inside. As I'm sitting down here, the only other option that I figured out is that we could get our PVC and cast our vote in the next 3 years. But if you ask me, I say that the next 3 years is really far away. We can't continue living like this, obviously. We can't stay like this for the next 3 years. Whilst we don't have any other option, or maybe I haven't figured out any myself, maybe you might have, I think that finding a way to survive even before we get to that point that we have to vote is really important. You can even learn some kind of skills that can start fetching you money so that you could survive and be alive to see when the change actually happens to our dear country, Nigeria. Because I believe that the change will come, but it's obviously going to take time because the forces that we are up against are really strong and they are really head bent on putting us down completely for as long as they can. So I'm urging you, take your future in your hands completely. Don't depend on anybody. Don't depend on the government. I call it surviving without a government. And then, by the time that we have our chance, we'll take what rightfully belongs to us, our country. Because this is the only country we know. So I really want you to sink in that you're on your own. But you're not alone. Nigeria will be better someday. We will take what rightfully belongs to us. Thank you.